Hi, so I'm Rebecca, and this is my cabin. I've just recorded a couple of podcasts, and I've had a lot of people talk to me about my cabin and wonder, what in the world it actually is like out here. And they have some kind of overly glamorous ideas about what it's like staying out here on my parents' land in Alabama. And I just wanted to give you all the tour. It's a little bit late here. It's 6:24 right now, and so it's kind of dusk. So the lighting might not be the best, but we're leaving tomorrow to drive up to Nashville and to do some recording all week. So this was kind of like my last opportunity, I think, to give you a little bit of a tour and show you how very rustic and very simple it is. We don't have any electricity. I run everything off a battery. Let me show you that to you right now. Okay, so here's how I'm running everything right now. We have what's called a deep cycle marine battery, and I think it's just like a car battery. And then we have a little bit of a converter right there that turns everything into standard power that we can use to power my digital keyboard and laptop. And you see my whole setup. I have a little bit of a rigged mic setup. I didn't realize that my keyboard didn't have any quarter-inch output, so I had to set up an extra mic. Thankfully, I brought one of those. This is a little bit of an interesting setup, as you can see. This is the kitchen over here. I'm just going to give you a little bit of a kitchen. Yeah, that's the kitchen. The drain, the sink doesn't work. The water's actually in that blue cooler, and the drain goes into those 5-gallon buckets that we have to empty out regularly. And when we got here, it was funny. We got here a few days ago. There were 2 dead rats in the 5-gallon buckets. They fell to their death. So here's a bit of a panoramic view of my cabin. The sliding glass door. This is just the tripod I used for my podcast. So get that out of the way. And then here's our kitchen, if you want to call it that. Kitchen area. We have a little bit of a propane stove. Probably quite illegal considering it's indoors, but we don't care. This is Alabama after all. There's the fridge. Here's our table. We just had hot dogs a little while ago, hence the ketchup and mustard on the table. So here's the rest of the cabin. I built this by hand. I built it all with my dad about 8 years ago from scratch. And there's our bed, which has not been made. That's about what my bed usually looks like, if you're wondering. Here's where we keep our toiletries, deodorant, etc. in those little drawers. I just barely bought those curtains. I got another one right here. I just haven't hung up yet. Just got them today because the way that the cabin faces, that's like north is pretty much there, and so east is pretty much here, and the sun comes right in those windows, right onto me and Jorge when we're trying to sleep. That doesn't work very well for us. So here's the front door. And if we go out this door, we'll see that Jorge is hard at work. Yes, I know, we can actually drive a vehicle out here, although the road is quite rough. Jorge's hard at work, finishing the stonework here. What'd you say, babe?
I said, baby, you can't post it.
Yes, we are posting this.
Ain't gonna happen.
He's like, I'm worried about my hair. No, we are quite posting this. So we've made this chimney out of bricks. And now we're putting a facing of sandstone, which is a very common material out here in Alabama. So here's the front door. Like I said, you come out and there's the baño. Not too long of a walk. If we head over that way, then we can give you a better idea. Right now it's March 22nd, and so it's still just the end of winter here. Just little bits of green coming back here and there, and here's the cabin overall. So it's, if any of you are thinking that I have this like glorious, beautiful Dwell magazine cabin, yeah, think again. It's pretty simple. No running water. We don't even have solar panels yet, but we're working on that. That's the bench. That's the bathroom. So I'll spare the details on that one. And we do have this really nice porch, so I'm going to show you that as well. Yes, this is going online. Jorge has his fuel for the
We'll work for beer.
will work for beer. It's looking great. It's gonna look amazing when we get all that. Just let me give you an example, just so you see, kind of get an idea of what it's gonna look like when it's finished, if it's not too dark. This was all just regular brick as well. You can see here's our fireplace. I'm trying to back up without running into anything. So there's our full fireplace. And that was all just brick at first, and when we did the sandstone facing, like I said, it's called sandstone, and it's very common here in Alabama. We just picked it up off my parents' land. So if we come out the sliding glass door, well, it's just a screen door right now, but here's our porch where we sit out and have breakfast. Just enjoy. Lots of bugs flying around right now. Mainly these bumblebees mating and stuff, or I mean mating and whatnot, but this is it. It's pretty simple right now. I'm pretty drab. Looks really great in the fall. That's the best time. Probably going to try to come back here in September. Maybe the leaves will start to turn by then. But I grew up here and I just love being in these woods. So now you kind of have an idea of what it looks like. I'm gonna just give you a back view real quick. Yeah, nothing's glamorous here at all. Very, 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 very simple. Here's my cabin. So when I go to the cabin in Alabama, don't be jealous unless you'd like this kind of thing. Anyway, just thanks so much for checking out my podcasts and my videos. Be sure to subscribe if you want to find out what else I'll be posting around here and whatnot. And I'm Rebecca Del Torre, and thanks so much, and hope to see you again soon. Good night.